All right, everybody, Coach Brian back from Strong Tower Neuro. Our first vision drill today, we're talking about gaze stability. The benefits of training your gaze stability could be more stability, basically in your midline. So if I watch somebody move, I watch them lunge, I watch them do a deadlift, get into a hinge position, go through a squat, and they kind of look like a weeble that might wobble but hopefully won't fall down. I'm interested in gaze stability for that person. This simple but really kind of profoundly activating drill in the brain is useful for so many different areas. So it's going to activate your cerebellum, your temporal lobe, your frontal lobe, your parietal lobe, and your occipital lobe. So I just named off 4 of the 5 major lobes of the brain, this thing back here. And it's causing activation in 4 of the 5, like 80% of the lobes, if we put it, 4 out of 5. And then also the midbrain and the medulla, those get a little bit more specific. When we have eyes to the side, right or left, it's going to be more for the medulla. When we have up and down, it's more for the midbrain. So there, I just vomited a bunch of neuroanatomy at you. Hopefully some of it made sense. But now the exercise itself and practicing it, what would you want to do? Maybe check your balance, maybe check a movement or a range of motion that you care about, you want to get better at first. And then you would retest that movement, retest your balance, whatever it is, after each eye position. And there's straightforward. So if I stare straight at the camera or I hold up a pen and stare straight at it at about eye level, that's the easiest. That's number 1. We probably do that the most often. But you shouldn't overlook it. You should still test it. You might want to test it at different distances. Can I stare at something 10 feet away for 30 seconds? Can I stare at something up close for 30 seconds? Okay, so that's number 1. Position number 2, we would hold the implement. I'm looking at a pen with letters on it. I want to see this letter A that I'm looking at clearly the whole time. I'm going to move my eyes over to the right and hold it. Again, 10 seconds, kind of bare minimum. I want to be able to do at least 5 to 10 seconds without melting into a pool on the floor or having visual stress or visual fatigue kick in. And then I want to build these up to 20, 30 seconds, maybe even a minute over time. Again, retesting your response so you know how much you can handle currently. If it's too much to handle, like we programmed out, I think, for our clients doing about 8 minutes of this per week. So one day I'm going to say after my cardio session or after my strength session, I'm going to do some gaze stability. Just going to set a timer for 8 minutes and go for it. I know I can personally handle that, but I don't know if you can yet. So you might want to break that up over the day and do 2 minutes 4 times throughout the day. Maybe that's what you start with. Maybe it's a minute at a time. So whatever it is, make sure that you're testing a movement, you're testing balance, something like that, to make sure that you're actually responding well to these before hearing me say, hey, here's some vision exercises, good luck, right? We want to make sure that you're responding well and that you're getting better through this process, not just in these brain areas, because I know that's going to happen. And that's super cool because I know it's a really important and overlooked way to keep the brain healthy. But the second area is it making your movement better or is it causing too much visual stress or fatigue early on? So just make sure that you're testing something out for yourself, connecting it to movement. The next position, we're going from right to upright. Up to the left, straight to the left. Notice, hopefully I'm not moving my head here. So my eyes are looking at the pen, but my head didn't move. Down into the left and then straight down. So we have 8 positions around the compass and then straight forward. Eventually, so that you don't get bored with your training, I would also want to start to challenge your stance, challenge your body position. So could I do gaze stability in like a plank? Could I do gaze stability? The answer is yes, by the way. Could I do gaze stability in a side lunge, in a forward lunge? Could I eventually do these on a single leg? Hey, Brian, I really want to get more stable. I want my balance system to get better. Okay, let's work your onboard balance system in your brain, literally the central control, and then have you stand on one leg. Okay, when you're ready for it, that's an awesome progression. So you're going to build resilience, you're going to build novelty and movement capacity into not just activating these brain areas that help control those things, but also doing it in a way that's novel, challenging, and fun. Make sure that you're ready for it though. So always remember to kind of test, retest. That's the basic principle here. Hey, if this was helpful, remember to subscribe to the channel, follow along. We got a bunch more visual vestibular content coming out to you so that you can make your visual system more awesome, your balance system more awesome, and then enjoy the cognitive and the other neuro benefits that come along with that. Thanks.